Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at Sprigs from CZT Michele Beauchamp. As I see the trees here in Michigan are budding, I thought, oh, this is perfect, and yeah, and it's a neat one. Okay, this starts off with some double lines, we'll just say it that way. And yeah, I'm going to do it diagonal. And I'm going to do it curvy. And I'm trying my best. The first one's always easy. And then when you go to, oh, let me aura it nicely. It'd be nice if I could just go whoosh, whoosh. And have it be, similar. But, hey, it's something to strive for. But, all right, then. Now, this is what's interesting about this one. We're going to start off with, and this doesn't have to be on the line at all, but with kind of like two dashes like this. And in my version of the step out, because Michele put them all down, sometimes I just feel this need to, make it clear. This is the step. And then you can we're going to make an X's like this. However you want. You do want them at a little bit of a distance, as you will see later. And they don't have to be straight. They can be however they want. But she kind of has them grouping like this, like I said, in an X format. All right, I'm turning. Oh, we'll start one over there. I'm like, something just looks really weird over on that side. Oh, that's why. And they don't have to be exactly, like this. I'm trying to angle them a little bit different. Actually, really, what I'm trying to do is not think about it and just do it. Because thinking is overrated, right? Okay. Next step is we're going to create seeds around these. That's what I thought was kind of interesting. So if you don't happen to know, the seed shape that we use, I'll just start right here, is a curved line going one direction, curved line going the other direction, like that. And so we're going to put these around all of them. And so what I would do is, start at the end of one and end it at the end, of the second one. What I think is neat about doing it this way is, because what I would normally do is we'll put some seed shapes here, and then this is kind of the decoration. And like I said, I think it's interesting because then you can maybe have a little bit more free-flowing of the placement of them. And whatever happens, happens. And then we come back and we put all of these seed shapes in. And then we're going to aura around them, just so you know. That's why I said leave some room. And in my version of the step out, I could have left more room. But that's what made me think, it's probably a good idea. I'm going to do those last two in a minute. To leave a little bit of room. But then at the same time, we just hullabow it. The other lines. And the other thing I think is interesting about the way Michele has constructed this one is doing all of these steps. I think normally I would see, do the seed shape, and then if you're going to aura it, do that, and then, decorate the inside if you're going to, and then move on to the next one. But I think this just, like I said, I think it creates a neat dynamic. Turn you this way. And it's just, sometimes it's just fun to shake things up like that and do them a bit out of the normal way we would. And the effect is still neat. It doesn't, that's what's also fun about Zentangle, right? Is not much messes it up. Okay, the pen tries. Sometimes the hand gets in the action. That's the only thing that, and then it's not messed up because there's no mistakes. So thwarted at every turn, the pen in the hand sometimes. They just try to cause trouble that way. All right. So then, as I said, we're going to aura. And it looks like she's got two auras around. So, or think of it as creating, it's not really an aura. We're creating an additional, bigger seed shape. Because if we were auraing it, it would kind of go around. And see, in here, this is close together. So I'm just going to do like that and stop right when that one comes. And if I have room, well, see, I'll just fill in down here because they would come behind, right? And then same thing here. And, start wherever. Don't worry about it. And also and especially, don't worry about if they come out a little, wiggly, uneven, or whatever. Just wait till you're done if you get frustrated with it. Or do things like that. There we go. Because it doesn't matter. Just do. Because in the end, you're not going to necessarily notice. I mean, if you look really hard, right, you'll notice where you did something that you didn't care for. But nobody else will. There we go. And like I said, I don't know. I after playing with it, I'm just like, oh, this is really neat. I like this. Even if like I said, if some of my things are coming out a little wonky, it's all right. It's all good. The only one thing maybe to think about is, like I seem to be doing these in a similar order. Like the right one first, then the one on the left. And so if you wanted to change up kind of how it's hollowed, you could change up the order in which you're doing this. So actually, why don't I do it like this one? Let's not just talk about it. Let's do it. Yeah, so this one will hollow right underneath there. And this one. So that might just be something to think about, like I said, just to add some variation if you want. Because that's where my brain goes. It's like, okay, I feel like I'm doing the same, or I want, it's not even that. I want to add variation because I just have this thing about having things look contrived. Like for instance, if I'm doing tipple or putting in orbs, I try to make them different sizes on purpose, or I'll start them in different areas so that way it can look organic. No, really, so it can look like I'm an artist. So I keep working at that. I was like going, because I just see, the way I see and kind of term a real, artist are ones that, they seemingly, I have learned though, they seemingly, they don't think, they just do, and it just comes out so amazing. And it could just be that they just have mastered, or they don't have that hang up of like worrying about, do I need to put it all in a special place? And my brain just interprets what I see as art as, every little mark was, specifically thought about, and it's like not necessarily so. And that's one of the things that I love about having been exposed to Zentangle, is it's really opened my eyes and everything to this. Now you could, and maybe I shall, I mean, you can add more rows of this however you want to do it, but I thought, just getting out the basic and that's what I did on my hello thing. That's what I did on my version of the step out, was I just did one sprig of sprigs. And And on Michelle's, you see that she has, you know, multiple lines, and it looks really, really neat. So I might just do it just here for fun, as I tell you about some other stuff. All right. Let's see. Oh, shading, though. Let's do that first before I continue that one. There it is. Okay. And you honestly don't have to do too much to this. I do want to take a peek back. If you ended up, I mean, several things, of course. You could accentuate, and I think I will, the tops and the bottoms, because like where the points gather, or the lines gather, it naturally darkens, because so you're like shading with the pen. But this, you can just do it a little bit more on purpose, and I'm just putting a little bit. I think I already did that. It's such a little bit, I'm having trouble seeing. Did I do that one already? Okay, and then, and see how that, it just accentuates it just enough. And of course, depending on how big you drew yours, you can, you know, have more fun with it if you drew them bigger. Did I do the other ends? No. I was liking it right here on that edge. That's neat. All right, well, let's get this. This is one that you could, if you have a tortillon that's packed with graphite, you could always start it with what's on the tortillon and go from there. Neat. All right, something else. Maybe, just maybe, and it depends. Well, like this one, that looks... Oh, no, this one is behind this one. Some of them, the hollow bowing, it just depends on how they're placed. But you could do something like this. Very carefully. Put some dark graphite. I shouldn't be doing it on that side, but I am. I'm living dangerously. And then just bring it out a little bit, like that. Oh, my gosh. So that it creates that little bit of shadow. Up to you. Like here, and I'm just doing it just where it overlaps like that. I'm not taking it up. And well, see, and some of them I'm having trouble determining which was which. Because this kind of goes behind this one, you know, and I could. Well, I'm just going to leave it alone, though. Let's do this. I mean, you could just decide, oh, this one is behind this, like here, where it seems like it's going both ways. One's going behind one, and I don't know what you want to call it. One layer, and then this one's going behind that one. It's all right. Oh, and let's get over here on this end. Add some dimension to it. And then, if you want, and I didn't do this necessarily, you know, this line big enough, but you know what? Let's do this, though. I'm just going to go with the graphite and very lightly, and maybe I'll smudge it out. But sometimes if you can go light enough, it creates enough of some dimension. Oh, yeah, a little bit. And maybe just leave it. Or, oh, you know what? Let's do this. Because I didn't want to spread any more graphite out, but the edge of this, I can get in there just a little bit. What I'm wanting to do is just shade half of it. It's not necessarily turning out that way. In some spaces. It's okay. It's all good. Yeah. Neat. Neat, neat. All right. So, I hope that you enjoyed this as I'm playing with putting another one in here. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, I'm going to separate that a little bit more. Would love it if you subscribed to the channel. In the description section, you will find, let's just do little ones there. You will find links to the step outs Again, I do my own version, and then link to the creator of the Tangle, so you'll find those there. Below that is my link tree, and that has links to everything. So if you are interested in tangling with other people online, so I do some free sessions, as well as I have some classes that are paid. You can take a look at them on my website. Yeah. And oh, and you know, and I do have a registration link there on them generally, except for the free ones. Those ones I don't have a registration link, just for the nature of how I'm doing those. However, there are some links both in the website and on the link tree to other places that I post classes where you could register. You know what, and honestly, if you like them enough, and I don't think I've mentioned this on any of the classes lately, but if you really like it enough and you want to be reminded on a regular basis, I can put your email in. So I would need you just to send me an email, and that link is also on the link tree, saying, you know, you'd like to get reminders. I do it right from the platform, so it's, you know, it's so you'll get it from Online Meeting, which is the platform that I use. And what I do is I basically reset them every month. So if for some reason you're like, I really don't like it, don't send me any more emails. You just have to let me know, so that way I can remove you from the next series. But the free ones are called Tangle Time, and then there's Tough Tangle Tuesday. That is always on the third Tuesday of the month. It's actually, time of this recording, it's coming up just next week. We have fun. We have fun no matter what. But Tough Tangle Tuesday, we have fun, and we maybe hurt our brains a little bit. Look at how neat that looks with a couple. Of course, now I have to do some down here. All right. And also, look at the difference between with some shading and no shading. That's always interesting to look at. I sometimes will do that where I'll just do a section, and I've done it on here occasionally, and it's like, okay, stop, look at it. Ooh, that's neat. And then go on and do more. It's just really, really fun. And because the shading is so magical, it's just, I don't know, I like to do that. All right. Let's see, what else do I want to mention about that link tree? Oh, if you want to hang out with some amazing tanglers, just a really fun group of people, we have a private Facebook group. The link is there. Just know that you have to answer 4 questions in order to gain entry. And that's it. But we have a lot of really amazing talent, just amazing people in that group. And it's so much fun, so much fun. So come and join us. Well, I need to do 3 of those. See what happens when I get out of order here. And then, well, I think that's it. But yeah, information there is pretty self-explanatory, I do believe. I tried to, on the big links on that, which I think is really neat, because that way I can, with the space allotted, at least explain, what it is. So, and why you'd want to be clicking on it. All right, so I think that covers everything. And look, I just have one more here to go. And then I'll do the shading in a little bit. It just turns out so neat. It really does. What a great addition to the organic leafy tangles. Neat. All right. So with that, thank you again so much for watching. And I wish you happy tangling.